Hi, this is Christine Kaalo of Girl Traveler. Today I'm going to do a question and answer series. This comes from a question left by Vernie. And she asks, is it safe for women to travel alone? And what are some tips for female solo travelers? Okay, so thank you for asking those questions, Vernie. I think what I'm going to do, because it's really two questions and they're both really good questions to ask, I'd like to split up the questions in two videos, okay? What I'd like to answer today in this video is it safe for women to travel alone? A lot of people think traveling alone as a woman is going to be unsafe. You know, like I know my parents and friends, when I first started traveling alone, they were just kind of like, whoa, that sounds kind of dangerous. Maybe you should take friends with you. And we make these choices because sometimes we don't have options like that, you know, like timing or schedules, coordinating with friends and stuff, or friends that want to go in the same place that you want to go to. I know the media these days kind of paints a negative picture about women traveling alone. You know, you hear about certain cases of women going missing or women getting attacked abroad. That's more the exception than the rule. So first of all, what kind of traveler are you? Are you going to go out late at night, get drunk, stumble back to your hotel at 3 o'clock in the morning? Well, that's probably not a really smart choice. Like if you ask me, those are going to be like dangerous or risky choices. The question isn't, is it safe for women to travel alone? It's, I'm going to make it safe for myself to travel alone. I think it depends on how safe or smart you choose to be in your decisions and in your actions. I wouldn't say that danger targets travel. I wouldn't say it targets women. It's a misconception to think that the countries we're from are safe. It's just that we've learned to become familiar with it and we've learned to adapt to it, and so we assume it's safe because that's all we know. That's home to us. A lot of people are afraid of things that they don't know, and that's where the problem lies, is when you're not familiar with something, when you feel like something's very foreign, then you become afraid of it. That's how human nature is. You know, Americans, we like to think that our country is safe. The rest of the world is dangerous, but America's safe, and it's just because it's home. You know, this is where we grew up in, and it to us it's familiar, but at the same time, it's ridden with like crime, robbery, rape, domestic violence. We have theft, carjackings, random shooting sprees, gang wars. You name it, we've kind of got it. This all occurs on a daily basis, and that's just life. There's a propensity for women to be more afraid to travel alone simply because we weren't born the adventurous species. When you look at little boys and little girls, you see little boys out there playing with BB guns, knocking birds out of the tree with stones, and then you have girls playing with their dolls. Men learn at an early age to take more risks. They like to test limits and test boundaries, whereas women like to stay within the boundaries and the limits to stay safe. We try to minimize risks. You know, we try not to take too many big ones, you know, because we don't want to put our lives in jeopardy or whatever we value in jeopardy. Men are probably more prone to get into like dangerous situations than women are. If it's your first time traveling solo, then you're probably a little afraid. That's how I think many of us start. That's how I was. I practically memorized my guidebook. I highlighted everything. I made tabs. You know, I tried not to be crazy because I'm not like a planner, but because it was my first planned solo trip, I was kind of nutty. I kind of got a little obsessive. But when I finally got to the country, all my fears turned out to be nothing. Whatever the situation was, I was able to adapt to it. I was able to think quickly on my toes. When I finally took the leap and traveled alone, this whole world opened up of you can do it, you can be adventurous. When you travel alone, and the more you do it, the more your travel confidence starts to develop because you're only relying on yourself. That may seem scary because there's no safety nets. There's always safety nets. There's always a phone call home. There's always, you know, taking a taxi. There's always going to be a solution. And that's something you'll find when you travel alone. No matter what situation you get into, you will find a solution. And that's what you have to trust, because that's what solo travel teaches you. It'll make you take a chance on yourself. That will be the most amazing thing that you can ever do for your life. I hope you enjoyed this episode. If you have any questions, leave them below in the comments section. If you enjoyed this video, if you found it helpful, give me a thumbs up or a like. The next video that I'm going to upload will be on solo safety travel tips, and I will see you in the next video. So until then, travel safe, smart, and fun.